Happy 2024. Can you believe the new year is here already? I'm so excited to welcome you to the first episode of Schooled in Socials for the new year, and we aren't messing around. Today, we are jumping right into the one thing that will help keep your social media marketing sustainable all year long. So teacher authors, go ahead and reheat that cup of coffee because I'm your host, Cassandra Foster, and we're about to get schooled in socials. Welcome back to Schooled in Socials. You all know by now that I am for making your lives easier, not harder, when it comes to social media marketing for your teacherpreneur biz. And so that is why we are kicking off the new year chatting about one of the most important pieces of the social media marketing puzzle, your content organization system. That's right. Just like you are probably feeling that new year, new me, fresh, let's get everything organized energy, I want you to bring that into your social media marketing as well. Because in 2024, we won't be wasting any time. Which is exactly why it is so important that we set up a system for our social media content. Because without one, we can spend hours searching for everything we need to create a piece of content. We can be in and out of Google folders, grabbing product photos, scrolling Canva for your graphics templates. Wait, what was that meme that did really well last January? It's time for all of that to stop and for your content creation to become more streamlined. Furthermore, having a place to store all of your content is an integral part to being able to create strategic content, especially when it comes to repurposing. If you have a spot where you hold all of your previous posts, you can easily see what you posted when and take note of what did well, so you can remix it or just straight up reuse it again later down the road. If you're just popping into your Instagram app or Facebook group, grabbing an image, typing your caption, posting, and bouncing, it makes it almost near impossible to review your data and make informed decisions about what kind of content is helping you reach your goals. And like I said before, we are not wasting any time in 2024. So we want to make sure that everything you put out on social media is strategic and will help you reach those big goals and dreams you've spoken into existence for this year. Finally, if your big dream for 2024 is to get social media off of your plate, not having some sort of content organization system is going to make it very difficult for you to hand that task over to a team member. How are they going to know where to find everything? Or how you like to divvy up your hashtags? Or what keywords will be best to add to your captions and graphics? They are going to have to build the content system themselves. And if they ever leave and you have to take it over again, it's going to be built to their preferences and not yours, which is a situation I do not want you to end up in. So, what does this amazing content system that I speak of need to hold? Well, basically everything you need in order to create a piece of content. So here are the things I suggest you include in your system. A spot for a link to your product photography folders, a spot for a link to your graphics templates, a spot for a link to your branding, a spot for you to link any of your long form content that you might be repurposing, like maybe from your blog or from a podcast, a spot for you to include your finished graphic, image, or video that is for a specific post, a spot for you to write a caption, a spot for you to include any links that might be needed to add to your link in bio for each of your posts, a spot for you to house the hashtags you use, a spot for you to house the keywords that you use, and a spot for you to note the purpose for each piece of content and any data for that piece of content. So for example, if your call to action on a post is to comment, a place for you to track how many people actually commented to see if that post actually served its purpose can be very helpful down the road. All right. I am fully aware that that list feels like a lot, but to get started, you really just need to pull together some links. So start easy by just pulling the link to your product photography, your branding, your graphics templates, and your long form content if you have it. Once those are pasted into your system, you don't have to worry about them again until you need them. Then you just need to create a place to paste in your piece of content, the graphic, the video, the image, a place for you to write your caption, and a place for you to paste in a link that's associated with that post if needed. Now, this can be achieved in several different ways depending on what setup works best for your brain. I'm a big fan of using Airtable, but in the next episode, you're going to get the lowdown on all kinds of systems you can choose from a systems expert. So make sure you tune into that next week. And finally, then you just need to create a list of hashtags and keywords. You might already have these, so it could be as easy as copying and pasting into that new system. There's no doubt if you've been around for a hot minute, you know the importance of analyzing your social media data to help you reach your big business goals. But if the thought of diving into that data on your own has been holding you back from the content clarity that it can bring, I've got your back. With my quarterly data analysis service, I'm here to be your data bestie right alongside of you, diving into your analytics and outlining a content plan so that you can take effective action. This way, you get all the benefits of having your eyes on your data to help make goals for the new year without having to take a course or wade through the numbers by yourself. It's time to tap into the magic of your social media data, and you don't even have to add anything to your plate to do it. Just hop on the waitlist right now in the show notes. I know your future self will thank you. Now, the million-dollar question is, when should you create this system? Well, there's a reason that this episode is happening at the beginning of a new year, because it can be a great time to get your system set up so you can easily create the rest of the year's content peacefully. But if you are listening to this after it's been published and the new year is nowhere in sight, the best time to start your system is now. The sooner you start, the easier it will become to create your content for social media, and you deserve that peace. It will be like a little gift that keeps on giving every time you sit down to create your content for the month. Now, if doing it right now, like this very day, seems too overwhelming, add this as a task for yourself at the beginning of a month or a quarter to help kick off that month or quarter fresh. We are leaving stress and chaos when it comes to creating social media content for our teacher businesses in 2023. We are not going to let that energy follow us into 2024. So if you do nothing else when it comes to social media marketing this month, set up your content organization system. It will be the gift that keeps on giving all year long and beyond. Still feeling like you're not sure where to start when it comes to organizing your content? Make sure to come back next week to listen to my episode with Janice Cook, systems expert. And then always feel free to reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to take a focused one-on-one look at your needs when it comes to content creation and help you build a system that works for you in a mini social media consult. You can find the details in the show notes. All right, cold coffee friends, thanks so much for listening. If you're loving getting schooled in socials, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Also, I would love it if you left a review so that other teacher authors like you can start getting schooled in socials too. All right, I'll see you in the next episode.